After living in an Airbnb in Australia for most of 2021, Nat and I have made our way back to the US. It feels really good to start to get back into a routine again, even if it's not perfect. We've been spending a lot of time with family, I've been getting back to the gym, and I've been eating somewhat healthy. The year is making a last-minute turnaround because it hasn't all been that great. So back in 2018, this was right when my YouTube channel first started to take off and gain some traction. I got an email. The subject line was "Coffee, no strings." I opened it up and there was nothing but an audio message.
Here's the deal. I own a coffee roasting company. I want to send you coffee. You enjoy coffee. I want to send you some. Not in a shitty, I hope you feature it on your YouTube channel or talk about it on the podcast kind of way, but just in a friendly, wake up in the morning, enjoy it for yourself, and be happy kind of way.
The reason that I bring this up isn't to talk about his coffee, which is great. It's because I got a really important takeaway from that message that Chris sent years ago. Now, if you want to find success today, it really requires you to build your network and gain connections. There are a few takeaways that I got from Chris's message that have stuck with me to this day. One, add value. So many times we message people and we're trying to get something from them. We're all thinking about it from the perspective of what can I get out of this? Instead of what Chris did, which is what can I give? And then to be original, to not just send a long-winded email, but to record a high quality audio clip, keep it really short and simple. That originality made it stand out from the other messages that I was getting at the time. And the third and probably most difficult, to be authentic. He was truly authentic in that message. You could just tell how unscripted and off the cuff he was. Since receiving that message years ago, I've gotten to know Chris and his company more. I even visited their headquarters in Santa Cruz to get a tour of their facilities. He's been on my YouTube channel and I've been on his podcast. And all that happened because that first message he sent me. That's how an email turned into a friendship, and that's how I ended up with this coffee in my hands right now. This actually has a lot to do with the big idea I want to talk about in this video. But first, hey, so just a quick heads up, the enrollment for my YouTube course is going to be closing on November 18th. That is about 24 hours from the time that I upload this video. I made Master YouTube because I wanted to teach you everything that I've learned about how to grow a YouTube channel, how to build an audience for yourself, and how to make really great videos. And so if you're just getting started out, or if you feel like you're stuck with your growth, or if you're just looking for your creative edge, head over to slowgrowth.com/masteryoutube to enroll today. And so I can teach you all the steps to how to build a successful YouTube channel with integrity. If you wanna invest in your YouTube journey, now's the time to do it, because the course is not gonna be open for enrollment until probably the middle of next year. So truly appreciate you considering. And if you wanna check it out, just check the link down in the description below. So when I think about the three things that Chris Baca brought to that message that he sent me, adding value, making it original, being authentic, the first two, they're not easy, but they're somewhat straightforward. The third one is where things get a little bit murky. Authenticity is something that is so difficult and so rare today. When you look around at social media today, it's clear that we're facing a crisis of authenticity. And there are a few reasons why. First, people are trying to be somebody that they aren't. They use Instagram as a kind of public resume to show everybody how great their life is. It's why people virtue signal. It's why they spend hours trying to come up with a quippy caption. It's why they try to find the best angle possible for that photo. And it's why people pretend to know everything when they actually don't. We're desperately trying to prove to people, and sometimes to ourselves, that we are worthy and that we are successful. In so many ways, we are playing the same games we played in high school. It's just a popularity contest. And then there's another reason why authenticity is really hard to nail online, and it comes from a more practical place. It's the fact that authenticity is so difficult to bring into a square block on Instagram or a 10-minute video on YouTube? How do you sum up who you are, all of your flaws, everything that you've done right and wrong in life, your weird idiosyncrasies? How do you bring that into content? And I notice this with my own work. I see the way that some people respond to my work, and I realize that I am not who a lot of people think that I am. Some people think that I'm this productivity master, that I am a self-help guru, and I am actually. Those things are all true. No, they're not. If you know me, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I try to bring as many of my flaws, all of my doubts and insecurities to the surface. I try to actually be myself and present the most accurate version of myself to you, so you don't feel like there's this weird disconnect between your life and mine, because I go through a lot of the same problems and a lot of the same struggles. Just not every single one of them makes their way into a YouTube video. Over the past year alone, I've gone through a lot that I haven't talked about on this channel. I've struggled to build consistent routines, completely fell off my workout schedule for months. I have eaten obscene amounts of ice cream and sweets and snacks. I purchased some things that I never used. I've had some really difficult conversations with people that I care about. And I have more than on a few occasions put things off to the last minute, like making this YouTube video the day before it goes live. I'm not perfect. I have my problems. I have my flaws. At times I procrastinate. I struggle to stay motivated. I second guess myself all the time, and I cannot shake this feeling that I am behind. I have had this feeling, I think, my whole life. It's the reason why I started my company, Slow Growth. It was more as a reminder to me to slow down and embrace the journey, and to not be so freaking hard on myself. But I cannot shake this feeling that I am behind, and I am always trying to catch up, and I fear that I will always feel that. I think we often take that advice to fake it until you make it to heart, and it makes sense, and it comes from a really good place, because so many of us are struggling with imposter syndrome. We feel like we're not worthy, and so we say, okay, I'm just gonna fake it until like I actually am successful. But sometimes we do this to a fault, and sometimes it actually holds us back from a lot of growth, from connecting with people in a truly authentic way. I found personally that sharing some of my most vulnerable moments, sharing the times when I've been at my lowest, have helped in so many ways. One, I know through conversations with people that I simply meet on the street that my videos about anxiety, me opening up and talking about those really difficult challenges I've had, have helped other people. It's related to them. It's something that they were going through. Maybe they didn't know they were going through it. These videos were not viral. They didn't get the most attention, but they actually helped a lot of people because I was able to, just be upfront and share exactly how I was feeling instead of pretending like I had my shit together, which I definitely didn't. And the second thing is that it helped me because I didn't have to hold on to that weight myself. I could give it to friends and family and even my audience to help me carry that. That was hugely helpful. And I started to get messages from people telling me about different things that worked for them, telling me about books they've read, books that I have now read and have made an impact and an effect on my life. I'll be the first one to admit that this is a very strange job, to put my life out there into the public and to make these videos that get seen by hundreds of thousands of people. It's always gonna be weird. It's a strange thing, but it's not that rare because we're all doing it. We're all putting ourselves on the internet, or at least 95% of the world is. And so whether you're making a living doing it or not, I think we all can help to better connect with the communities around us if we are ourselves, if we are authentic, if we're not faking it online, if we're actually sharing the truth. I'm not gonna lie, it is really, really challenging to open up in these ways, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean that it's not worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you got a thing or two out of it. I really appreciate it. Again, if you wanna check out my YouTube course, Master YouTube it's slowgrowth.com/master YouTube. I should know that, but it would truly mean the world to me. If right now you're not in the position where you want to start your channel, or if you just don't have the cash right now to join, that's totally okay. I don't want you to feel any pressure to join the course. We will be open again sometime at the middle of next year. So I just really appreciate you watching, subscribing to my videos, and supporting my content however you can. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. I gotta finish this coffee. Look, I got a little bit left. Can you see? Oh, it's just like the last dribble. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for a coffee subscription, I highly recommend that you check out my friend Chris Baca's coffee company. It's called Cat and Cloud. They're an amazing company. They don't pay me to say this. I just truly think they're great people, and I think that they're making a company that puts people first, and that is so rare these days. And so if you want amazing coffee and if you want to support a small company, check the link in the description below. I will link to Cat and Cloud Coffee. Thanks for everything.